the allergies, it's all in the like post-nasal drip, the stuffy nose, coughing up loogies a lot. Like it's all of that. It's not a cough really. It's not a sneeze so much. It's just all like clogged up sinuses and fucking
yeah.
You know, it sucks. Well, it's better in the morning. I wake up and it's bad. And I get in the shower, I blow my nose, 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 blow my nose. Sorry. My allergies.
Were you like vomiting over there?
My allergies are going. So that's my goal in life. I'm no longer going to hope for a socialist revolution. All I'm going to do is just try and scam other people until I am, multimillionaire.
Until you get yours.
Because that's what America has taught me to do.
The government is lying to you. The media is lying to you. Your racist aunt on Facebook is definitely lying to you.
She doesn't think she is.
If you are in need of a trustworthy source of facts and truth, subscribe to Special Interest Coup.
All right. So. So from NPR, Elon fucking Musk.
Fuck.
Elon bought Twitter. Here's what he says he'll do next.
I don't give a fuck what he says. Here's what I know. One of the things that he said he would do would be to verify every Twitter user. And if that's the case, buy Twitter. Leaving immediately. But more than that. I think that our boy Elon Musk is annoying enough and a big enough of a fucking dork Gen X loser piece of shit asshole that he could single-handedly kill Twitter. And that would be good for the world.
Yeah. I don't know. I think for Twitter to really go away, you'd have to have a lot of politicians leave. You'd have to have a lot of celebrities leave.
No. The people that would have to leave would be the people like me. No followers, who scream into the void every 2 weeks or whatever the fuck, who, only follow like fucking podcasters and who, whatever. And all the little people on Twitter, they would leave because we would realize, oh, we're already screaming into the void. There's no reason to be on Twitter because there's other social media.
I've never been on Twitter, so I wouldn't know.
This is what I'm saying. I'm speaking from I know. Twitter will die without the minions, right? The only reason why anyone uses Twitter, because it's like, who do I follow? And if number one, it was verify everybody time, then all the people that follow those people would leave. And then what would be the point of the people that have all the followers that have a reason to use Twitter wouldn't have that reason anymore. And then they would leave.
So here's the things he's actually talking about doing. And I'll just read the bullet points.
Bitch ass.
So he wants to loosen up content rules in the name of free speech.
Oh yeah, except he keeps blocking people that fuck with him. So
Yeah.
he's lying.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Next.
Create an edit button so users can change their tweets.
Oh, you mean like Reddit and Facebook? Okay. Make it more like Reddit and Facebook? Okay. Next.
So you can go back to a tweet from, 10 years ago. And
Oh yeah.
They'd
Oh,
be less
that's a great
racist.
idea. No, and no one would do that. The Wayback Machine exists. There's no reason, or people can find your shit. The
Right.
internet doesn't end.
Well, although these days people will just say, oh, well, anything you see otherwise is, fake.
Yeah, but no, it's not. I have timestamps. I have code. I have fucking.
Yeah.
Next.
All right. Open up Twitter's algorithm to the public.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. What'll that do? Who knows? Oh boy. Wait. Are you saying? Wait. Open up the algorithm to the public. Does that mean
No, it says Musk has said that the software that determines what people see and how widely content spreads on Twitter should be cracked open. He supports placing Twitter's algorithm on GitHub, a site popular with programmers for sharing computer.
Oh, you slimy piece of shit. Okay, so this is what no. So then, what? Right? Okay, you can see it, but what? Can you fucking change it?
I don't
That would be number one. Number two, if you could, oh my god, hell! Like,
yeah.
some fucking troll makes it so that everybody's algorithm says that they're a Nazi.
No. They're not going to let people change it.
Well, okay, but hold on. If it's like make it more open so that your target, never mind. This is what he's saying. This is what he's actually saying, because it's the same thing as verifying all the users, right? It's like open up the algorithm so that you can tailor it specifically to you. You can do it yourself. The work that the algorithm is doing for Twitter would be done by you now. Great.
All right. Next one is launch a war on bot armies, combating the proliferation of bots on Twitter.
He should have bought Facebook. Like, if you wanted to do all this shit, dude, that bot armies and all that fucking bullshit,
No.
is not.
There is no more Facebook. It's Meta now.
Here's a story we can talk about. The fucking guy that set himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court building.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. This is my question. And so he set himself on fire. Every news story that I looked up about it at the time, right after it was happening, because I like was commenting on something, on some other bullshit, like religious freedom case that's going on somewhere, and who gives a fuck, the South, and about a football coach that or something that was like making his players pray Christian prayers before games or something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And so I in the comments of that article, I was like, a guy just set himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court because we're all doomed because of climate change, and this is what we're talking about. Right? And a bunch of people were like, wait, what? Right? Like, what happened? Yeah. And then I went to look for sources for those people, and all of the sources that any of them would accept were just like, a guy set himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court building. The end. Like, no more. Like, it was just like, this happened. This is the guy that did it, or whatever. Other weird things have been happening by the Supreme Court. Like, it's the most blatant case of like just ignoring something.
This is a guy. Deal. This is a crazy guy. This has nothing to do with climate change,
right? And then come to find out from the fucking internet alt news, that guy had been planning that for an entire year. He had been gearing up and fucking getting ready and doing regular protests and like fucking, whatever, like lobbying and doing all the things that you're supposed to do. And then those things didn't work. And so he was going to, I guess in his mind, he thought that it would be another Arab Spring, because that's how the Arab Spring started. A guy in a fucking food vendor in Tunisia set himself on fire in front of the fucking whatever, like the governor's mansion or the whatever state building in Tunis. And like, so he thought that it would, I guess he thought that it would be something like that, or it'd be something like that monk setting himself on fire to protest Vietnam, right? But he, I guess, underestimated American media's ability to bury a fucking story, even if it does happen right on the steps of the Supreme Court. And
take that as a lesson to anybody listening. If you're thinking about killing yourself to make a message about anything, good luck, because no one care about anything other than the fact that you killed yourself.
This is where I'm going to get in trouble. Don't kill yourself. Kill people that the country at large wouldn't give a fuck if you killed them. If that
no, don't
if
do
that
it.
same guy,
We're joking.
parody. If
Parody
that
joker.
same guy, if that same guy walked into the Supreme Court building and fucking blew holes through fucking John Roberts, Coney Barrett, Neil Gorsuch, fucking Kavanaugh, and Clarence Thomas, then he would be celebrated as the new leader of the fucking Gaddafiite, Husseinish revolution, like the coup revolution.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but instead he turned it inward because that's what America teaches you to do. Right.
It's all about you and you.
Well, it's all about you, and it's all about making statements, and it's all about raising awareness, and it's all about these things that don't do anything and don't matter. It's I remember in like fucking, like June of like 2020, right? So like no vaccine,
3-4 months in.
Yeah. Like, I went to like a grocery store or like a Walmart or something. And there was a guy that was like 6'8", skinny, wearing all camo hat, camo jacket, camo pants, no mask, but he had a gun. And I remember thinking like, well, I guess you get to do whatever you want. Like, I remember being like, I was like pissed at the time because it was like, I just want to know what he would do. Like, I think I might have even talked about this on the pod, but like, I just wanted to go up to him and be like, hey, if I said, fuck you because you're not wearing a mask, would you like murder me? Like, just to see what he would like say, just calmly, like not like, non-aggressively, just be like, hey, if I said the wrong thing to you, would you kill me in this Walmart, like, and go to jail for the rest of your life?
Yeah, that is the thing about this gun guys. Like, they will never punch someone or whatever. They're usually like very like frail or like very overweight.
Yeah, they're bitches. They're why they
bitch ass motherfuckers. They're not gonna.
They need guns.
Yeah, they'll say, "Oh, I would punch you in the face or whatever, but I wouldn't shoot you or something like that." But then when it came down to it, they wouldn't do it. They would pull their gun out and wave it in your face before they punched you.
They would piss their pants. That's what, if anything went down, they would piss their pants. And somebody like me, who fucking is absolutely vulnerable and unprotected at all times, right? It's like, I am a cripple. I go out at night. I'm fucking out of shape. I don't, half the time I'm like fucked up, stoned, drunk, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you were gonna like roll a lib, right? I look the part, right? but my level of self-confidence scares them because they don't have any confidence. That's why if you need to open carry in a fucking grocery store, you are a pussy ass bitch. Like, because what are you gonna do? Right? Oh, I'm sorry. If a terrorist comes and, whatever, if the store gets robbed or whatever, you're going to like save the day. Sure, buddy. You're going to get shot. Okay. That's what's going to happen to you. I am going to survive because I will be like, take whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Here, have all the things. I don't care. I can't even run away. So whatever, like, here you go. Can I go on about my day? I absolutely won't tell the police, a cab, whatever. Like, it's like, I know I could talk my way out of like, unless somebody's truly insane, right? I know I could talk my way out of like, getting like, shot if there's a negotiation going on. But
to be back to the point though, Amazon of course has been participating in union busting to the point of illegal union busting. They've actually had a couple of court cases against them on this. And well, I think one of them's still open. They're appealing right now. They're trying to appeal the vote to unionize in Staten Island that happened recently.
Oh, Amazon is?
Yeah, of course they are.
Well, I mean, but oh boy, oh here we go.
Yeah.
Yep. Nothing good can happen. We'll see what happens.
If they overturn that shit, dude.
Riots.
All right. If you want to talk about things that would start a revolution, if you have Amazon overturning a union, if there's enough people watching, like,
No, and just a union that exists in New York City. If everyone at that fucking Staten Island plant walked off the job, the consumer revolt from the people who aren't getting their Amazon packages would
they're
fucking
not getting their treats fast enough.
burn down the fucking. They would burn
Exactly.
down the Empire State Building.
Yeah, it's not even just employees I'm talking about. Yeah, if the whole like city of New York all of a sudden
Stop getting Amazon,
half their packages showed up a week later than they were supposed to, or whatever.
or they didn't show up at all.
Yeah, they would freak the fuck out.
Yes.
So,
Hey.
honestly, when you're talking about these like general worker strikes and all this kind of stuff, the only way they would really ever be effective is if you were able to get a large proportion of Amazon or Walmart or both to walk out on the job for a day.
To walk out and then
Wait.
and then beat the fuck out of anyone who tries to scab. Literally, like block them.
Well, these days, who the fuck is going to scab? Nobody, quote unquote, nobody wants to work these days. Who would want to fucking scab?
Shit.
I mean, nobody would want to do that shit. Like, they'd have to pay them $50
That's true.
an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
And then how is
It
that
would.
going to look? That they're paying the scabs $50 an hour.
It would look like America, baby.
Right. That's why I'm going back to my cult. I'm gonna start a cult. Right. That's why I'm going back to my cult. I'm gonna start a 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 cult.